he seems to have picked out Bubba Watson as the man to beat. That's ambitious.
Luke, you know when you think that you've got a player on the ropes, maybe they're in the middle of the trees, in the middle of a bunker, and you think they've got no shot. And then they do, in fact, put it to 2 feet. And then you're really frustrated. That's Bubba every single time. He's that player.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Now, that looked pretty good the whole way. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? 4 feet to the cup. Hang on, this looks pretty handy. And that's an opening hole par for this player.
That's a rock-solid par right there.
Let's go down to John McCarthy for our on-course report. And John, you've now had some time to walk the course this week before today's show. What are we in for today at the Jacobson Homestead?
Well, Luke, yes, I love walking around this rural setting. Not a whole lot of trouble to start off with, but things heat up quite a bit when you hit the 7th hole, par 4. Has a dogleg left and a few bunkers and trees to deal with off the tee. Back 9 opens with a narrow and lengthy par 5, but that's really as tricky as it gets. I guess it gets a little swampy on the 15th, but the water generally won't be a factor for many players out there in the field. They saved the most challenging tee shot for the 18th, which leads up to an elevated green for the approach. That will be a fun hole to watch this week. Hopefully provide some drama coming down the final stretch. Let's see what happens, guys.
What an opportunity to make a birdie. This has eyes for the hole. Oh, that's good grit there.
That's a really good effort to get it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie. Good job.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Oh, that was pummeled. Great drive. Well, you'd have to think this person's got a head full of confidence, Rich, coming off a last start win.
The game is coming easy to this player right now, so no reason not to believe they can't do it again this week.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
Outside chance here for the birdie.
That'll sting a bit.
A par putt on the table.
Oh, just missed. Job done. Let's head to the next. Now we're on the 4th tee here at Jacobson Homestead, and it's a par 3, playing 181 off the back tees.
Yeah, that's about as far as you're going to see this par 3 play, Luke. Player's going to go in there with the mid, probably shortish iron. Obviously, with the water on the right, you want nothing to do with that side as the bank severely slopes downwards. Bailing out to left of the bunkers, not so hot either. But with just a short iron in your hand, you think that these players are good enough to fire right at it, don't you?
And this putt to move into the top 5.
No, that's too bad. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Nice little par putt here.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke behind his rival in this event.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
And now this is why you can never get comfortable, even if you're leading a PGA Tour pro. This is what they do. They mean business.
Lydia Ko is currently on top of this one.
Welcome to the tee of a par 4. Well, this should find the short grass. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Sitting up here from about 160 yards.
Opting for the 9-iron. And that was a bit of a misfire.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
That's a wonderfully played chip shot there.
Just eyeballing that one, trying to make it.
Just 2 shots back after that hole. Time to tee off at the 6th.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Well, Rich, it's become a bit of a new age thing on tour. A couple of rivalries that heat up on social media. We've seen a number of other players that call each other out. What have you made of this social media age?
Well, you better have thick skin if you're going to get into the social media arena. Thankfully, they didn't have it when I was out there on tour because I don't know if I could handle it. I certainly couldn't be trusted with it back then. But I think if you're going to go into that arena, you have to treat social media like it's just something that it's fun to do. If you do go down that rabbit hole in social media, you better be prepared for the consequences.
Putting for birdie. Oh, how about that one? And that will take him to 1 under. This is their 5th shot. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. He's currently tied for 4th.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Good birdie on the last. What's in store now? Absolutely tattooed that drive.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Okay, let's get back to the action.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup. All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row. Now that's how you roll the rock.
Gets that one to go down, and that's back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
This hole is a par 3. Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
Unable to find the green on this one.
Needed to take a little less club on that approach.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? And a par putt awaits him.
That's tracking. And down she goes. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that.
We've reached the 9th hole.
Time to tee off. Well, on the tee now, coming off for par. Chance to pipe one up the middle. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
Wind's blowing right to left here, and they're going to go ahead and ride the one in here.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Should find the green.
Left yourself an opportunity.
And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
Rolling end over end. This putt's looking great.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par. Aggressive play here, going with driver off the tee.
Wow, I didn't even know they had this power. Great drive.
Looks to me, Rich, that this player has a ton of confidence. Put themselves right back in position to win straight off their last start.
They're going to have to make some birdies coming down the closing stretch, but they have a lot of good vibes coming from that last win. I expect more of the same this week.
Most golfers these days, Rich, are quite generic style players. It's that hit it as far as you can, knock it on the green, try and hold some putts. But with Bubba Watson, we just got the artist back in the game, didn't we? We had someone who was prepared to do whatever it needed to be to get that ball in the hole. He's just astonishing to watch.
You know, to me, Luke, I think Bubba was born in the wrong era. I think he would have been better served with persimmon woods, Balata golf balls, and blades, and I think that he would be an even bigger impact on the game than he currently is, if that's even possible. I watch what he does with the modern equipment, and it's mind-blowing. He's one of the few players, Luke, that I will actually go in the driving range and watch hit golf shots because it is so fun to watch him aim 30 yards left and just try and hit these big sweeping hooks and fades and I mean, it's just unbelievable what he can do with the golf ball. His eye-hand coordination is simply the best in the game.
Leading by a shot after that hole. Time to face a par 4 now. That's nicely done. Second shot here on the 11th. Well played, mate. Good putters will make these. Right on 5 feet.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that. And that will take him to 5 under. Opting for the 5-iron. That should set up another chance. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's return to live play now. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Just got to trickle this one in the front door. It's downhill.
Looking great now.
Wonderful putt. And that puts some real pressure on their rival now.
Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape.
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. Always the toughest hole in the game, a long par 4.
Nice birdie back there. On to the next.
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. Playing from around 190 yards out.
Currently leading by 2.
Going with the 5-iron here. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. And this one is for his par.
The putt drops, and we're moving on.
We find ourselves on the tee, one of the stronger par 4s on the back 9 here at Jacobson Homestead. The 14th playing 483, Rich, from the tips.
Yeah, generous landing area, thankfully out to the right-hand side. Obviously, a bunker down the left, and if you miss it even further left, there's water lurking. But the second shot, this is where it gets slippery. This is where it gets dangerous, especially to a back right hole location. All of a sudden, the water down the right-hand side comes into full view. Bailing out to the left in the bunker, not so hot either. Tell you what, it takes a brave player to fire at this flag stick.
Got great connection here. Yeah, this is looking good.
Close to the surface here, the green side rough. Didn't that look good for a long time? And this putt coming up for his par. And now to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. Time to hit a good one here at the 15th.
That dog will hunt.
Playing this shot from around 220 yards here. He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Going with the 5-wood. This player's dialed in. What a shot. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And back to the course with the live action. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
This one will run uphill.
Looking really good, this one. Well done.
And a nice feeling it must be to have that sizable of a lead coming down the stretch.
Sitting at -8 for the day.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Chosen the pitching wedge here.
Needs a little members bounce to the right.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. A birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2. Just didn't drop. 3 feet to go here to the hole.
He's got this for his par.
That gets the job done. Currently in first position.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Wind starting to get up, but it's helping, which is nice.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. This one needs to kick left. Oh, stop it. What a shot. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Trying to get to 9 under for the event with this opportunity.
Rolling end to end, this looking nice.
Our current leader enjoys a 5-shot advantage. Rich, we find ourselves at the finishing hole here at Jacobson Homestead, and it seems strange to be playing it just at 400 yards.
I tell you what, though, I like this finishing hole because it gives you options. You don't have to necessarily hit driver here. If you do, you got to take it over some pretty tall trees, and you can't miss it to the left-hand side. The safe play, lay it out to the right, but now your second shot becomes just a little bit longer, a little bit more difficult to get it that close to the hole. I love the options you have on this finishing hole. A great opportunity for one final birdie.
Looks to be going with the 6-iron.
This one headed in the wrong direction, out to the right.
Oh, come on. This would be a good one to hole. A chip for the tournament. And this putt for the tournament.
Well, it's a bit disappointing.
Can't believe he did that. That drives you.
Oh, super effort that. Holds the putt to win it all.
Second win of the season. Playing awfully well at the moment. Let's see if they can keep up this good run of form.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
I gotta say, this player is in full flight at the moment. Just sit back and watch how awesome they are at the moment.
I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beem, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now. .2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Shriners Hospitals for Children Open is about to start. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beem in the booth, and out on the course following our feature group is the delightful Henny Koyak. Hello, Henny.
Hi, Luke. I'm very happy to be covering this week's featured group. What a pairing. These two, they've been going back and forth at each other. There is quite the budding rivalry here.
And this week, Henny, they're looking to beat Harold Varner III. It should be an exciting and entertaining duel.
Absolutely, Luke. Harold Varner III is one of the most charismatic, talkative, and highly skilled players out there on tour. He'll either cut you down with his game or his slick talking. You better be on your guard.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry.
Currently 1 under for the day. The second at TPC Summerland is a par 4 measuring 469 yards from the back tee. It plays slightly downhill, so a strong drive here will set up even just a short iron approach. However, there's a huge waste area to the right, so accuracy off the tee is required. The smart option here is to lay back with the 3-metal and give yourself a full shot in, and also take 1 club less into this green as it will release down the slope. Well, this is some lovely momentum to take into the tournament, coming off a last start win, Rich.
Can't think of any better momentum. Obviously, the players firing on all cylinders. Sit back, watch, and enjoy it.
20 feet to the cup.
Little birdie look in here.
Oh, you know you want to.
And down it goes.
Gotta like it. 2 in a row.
And as the scorecard suggests, heading up the leaderboard. The third hole at TPC Summerlin is a very strong par 4, measuring 492 yards. There's a huge ravine that works right up through the middle of this. It requires a very strong drive up the right half to go at this green in 2. There is a big fairway to the left if you want to tuck over and get up and down for your par that way. And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Going with the 7.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's 2 strokes behind his rival this week.
Let's get back to it, shall we? Getting ready to play their third. That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
The fourth at TPC Summerlin is a pretty straightaway par 4, measuring 450 yards from the back tees. The fairway bunkers down the left and right are to be avoided. Really, not much to this hole. Just be accurate on approach. Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. The history of golf has been littered with some great characters for the modern game. Harold Varner III is right up there. A really personable guy, just effervescent. And I think, Rich, the only thing we're all waiting for is that first W to come. He seems to deserve it.
I can't wait to see what happens when he gets that first W. Oh, it's going to be blissfully fun. He's such an engaging personality that you can't help but just like him. He is out there enjoying every single moment of being on the PGA Tour, playing against the best in the world, and he believes that he can hang with every single one of those players. It hasn't kind of shown up yet, but there's no doubt in my mind with the belief that he has in his own game, that alone will carry him to a win on the PGA Tour sooner than later, and I'm thinking it could happen as early as this year.
Should find the green here. Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased. Putting for birdie here.
Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
And that will drop in for birdie.
Unreal display this week with that wand.
The sixth at TPC Summerlin is a snaking par 4, playing 430 yards. There's a big waste area up to the left-hand side that needs to be avoided. If you can position your drive on the right half of this fairway, it gives you the best shot up the hill to a green that is not protected by any bunkers. Choosing the 9-iron here. That's a great shot into birdie range here at the 6th.
You know what? That deserves a golf clap.
Here's HV3. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones. Right on 8 feet.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, nice looking putt. And that's their 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. The 7th at TPC Summerlin is a short par 4 measuring just 382 yards off the tips. Really, you just want to avoid the trees on the left-hand side because that will prevent you getting at the green, which is well guarded by bunkers and trees. Lay up, short right, a nice little wedge in here, and try and make a birdie. That's a good-looking shot there. Great shot. A chance for a birdie if this goes down. That will drop, and it will extend the lead. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par.
The 8th at TPC Summerlin is a big par 3 playing 239 from the tips. A well-struck shot will avoid the gully here, but anything to the left half can roll off the green. The bunker short rider also to be avoided, so you don't make a sloppy bogey. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Setting up miles from the hole.
This is their look at birdie.
That's disappointing. Just 6 feet between he and the hole. That will work. Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. The 9th at TPC Summerlin is a par 5 measuring over 563 yards. Really, the main aim here is to just avoid that bunker off the left of the tee. Then, if safely in the fairway, you can get after this green. A strong shot will play to the left half of this green and feed down to any hole location. A birdie chance, no doubt. This shot here from about 240 yards. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. Opting for the 3-wood. This one is right down the pipe. Yeah, this is the stuff we love. Getting after this par 5 in 2.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Ooh. And they'll tap this in for birdie. Here we go, Rich. In the lead, late in the championship. It's exciting.
Well, Luke, it's been fun watching this player duke it out with their rival, that's for sure. They're winning the rivalry thus far. Should be fun to see where these two end up at the end of the event.
Time for the second shot at the 10th.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Okay, let's get back to it, shall we? Always nice to have a birdie putt.
Short game has been especially sharp today, Luke. Very impressive.
The putt drops, and that's back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Placement off the tee is required at the TPC Summerlin 11th hole, par 4, measuring 448 yards. The big bunker down the right side is to be avoided at all costs. And there's also a little tree there which might affect any line of sight approach to this green. Not bad. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Okay, time to return to the action. An opportunity for a birdie here. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. The 12th here at Summerlin is another short par 4. 442 yards off the tips, but plays slightly downhill and leaves just a short iron approach. The only real danger here is the big body of water. It starts around 150 yards short and goes right up past the green. Playing from 110 yards out. That one should find the surface.
What an amazing approach shot. I think their rival, Harold Varner III, has a worthy competitor this week.
The 13th at TPC Summerlin is a monster par 5 measuring over 600 yards from the back tees. The big hitters with a tail breeze can cover that bunker on the left-hand side. But if you want to lay up,
make sure you've given yourself the right number, because there's a lot to this green and plenty of ways to three-putt it. Be careful on approach. 2 wins so far this season. Well, that's showcasing their power there, Rich.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
And after that effort, that's how it looks. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. The 14th at TPC Summerlin is a straightaway par 3, playing 168 yards. The green slopes right to left, so make sure you've got the right length of club so you're not left with a long putt. Opting for the 9-iron. Yeah, that one's looking good. Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
6 feet remaining to the cup. This one started out on a good line. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. The 15th at TPC Summerlin is a great short par 4. In fact, a lot will try and drive it in the tournament. If you want to lay it back, you've got around about 115 yards uphill to a green where you can't see those back hole locations. However, a good aggressive play here must avoid the pot bunkers around the greens or the big waste area to the left. A chance to make a birdie here or even an eagle. Nicely done. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 17 feet from the cup. Putting for eagle. That always sounds good.
And that putt drops now 13 under par, heading down the stretch.
What a great feeling that must be. Seemingly an insurmountable lead for this player with just 4 to play.
The 16th at TPC Summerlin is another one of those great scoring holes en route to the finish. A par 5 playing 560 yards. A well-struck drive up the right half here gives you a chance to get at this green in 2. If you are going for the green, make sure you got enough club, because that huge penalty area in front of it will ruin any score. Be careful going through the green here as well, because getting down from over the back is not that easy. Going with the hybrid. Oh, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Trying to get to 15 under now with this opportunity.
This really looks good.
And down it goes for an eagle. Leading by a potentially insurmountable 11 strokes after that one. Not sure why I said potentially. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round. Looks to be going with the 5-iron. That could play. Oh, what a wonderful shot into the 17th, and sets up another putt inside birdie range.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Ooh, right by the hole. It's just about 3 feet away. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on to the next. Let's check in with Lydia Ko from earlier. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Still in the lead now after that hole. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Well, this is when the adrenaline really starts to kick in. Leading the tournament with the final hole to play. Good luck. Well struck. Rich, take me through the final approach here at TPC Summerlin.
This green is very long and yet very narrow. It is tough to get the judgment with your second shot spot on, pin high wise. However, there's still chances to make a birdie should you need one to win the tournament.
Lining up here for a chance to win the tournament. What a putt to make. Ouch, that hurts. All right, one down. Let's see if they can take the next opportunity to close out the win. Looking. Well, it's fair to say that this player ran the tables this week, Rich, and came up trumps in Las Vegas. Look at your Shriners Children's Open winner.
And nobody on the PGA Tour will be shining quite as brightly as this player the rest of the evening here in Las Vegas.
This is impressive. To win out here on tour is a big deal, but to go back-to-back, Rich, how significant is that?
Luke, winning once on the PGA Tour is difficult enough. To win back-to-back weeks, that's reserved for just the top players in the game.
On behalf of Rich Beem, Henny Kuyak, John McCarthy, I'm Luke Elvey saying so long from 2K Sports. .2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Champions Invitational is about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beem in the booth. And it's hello to Henny Kuyak down on the course, following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
And this week, Henny, it looks like they're trying to take down Justin Rose. Not many people have been able to claim that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be all rosy at the end of today. This is definitely a tall order. Justin has one of the most consistent games on the PGA Tour. He's like a golfing metronome of a man. The iron play, I'm going to say if he hits the fairway, when he hits the fairway, his iron play is just phenomenal. He's going to get it inside 20 feet every time, and then you know he's going to hole putt. So, yeah, good luck with that one.
Well, he's the perfect mix, isn't he? He's an English gent with a killer glint in his eye. Good luck in this rivalry. Setting up here with a very long putt.
Is tracking.
Okay, steady now. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
He's currently tied for 6th. And now let's catch up with John McCarthy for an on-course report. What can we expect from Echo Park Golf Club this week, John?
Well, Luke, one thing I can say about this after walking the course this morning, it's a long one. Distance off the tee, especially important here at Echo Park. Course starts off along the big lake. There are a few holes that hug the edge of this lake, not unlike a Bay Hill, but here you get hit with it right off the start. And when you get away from the water, you get hit with the sand on the 6th. There's a thin corridor of fairway that leads to the green that weaves its way through. I think there's 5-6 bunkers leading up to and surrounding the 6th green. And from there on out, the players are going to be on the watch for the sand because it's sneaky and it's hard to avoid in certain situations. It's going to be an exciting time here, I think, this week at Echo Park.
And that's for birdie. Well holed. Currently 1 under for the round. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
Luke, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
And now over to Justin Rose.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Rich, when we talk about the English group of golfers over the last 20 years, really Justin Rose has been the star of them, hasn't he? Major champion, world #1, Hall of Famer. He's done it all.
He certainly is that, and I have to say, he's probably one of the most resilient players you'll ever come across. As soon as he got done holing out that shot at the major championship years ago, turned professional, and went out and missed 20-some-odd cuts in a row and never gave up. Kept after it, which that would have broken. That would have broken most men, not Rose. That's why he's gone out and become a major champion. He is such a force in the game. There's no reason why he cannot play at a high level for many, many years to come. The ball striking is phenomenal. I love his stroke. I love the way that he putts it. I just think that he hits so many good putts that just don't go in. It just kind of gets under his skin. Listen, don't let it, Rosie. You putt it fantastically. Keep after it. I love this man's game. He's such a talent.
Well, every week there's a certain bunch of players that everyone keeps an eye on. This one seems to be exactly in that company. One of the strong favourites to win, don't you think, Rich?
Without a doubt, the best player all around on tour in my mind's eye. It is no shock to see them contending for the lead once again.
And this putt to move into the top 20. Let's take a look at the leaderboard. At -2, going along nicely today. And we've arrived at a par 3. Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. And should find the surface. Yep, that shot's safely on the green. Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Has to putt this one downhill.
That was a gallant attempt. Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
This is what they have left for par here.
Here we are at the 6th hole.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
Wow, what a shot off the tee. That set up a putt for eagle.
Absolutely sets himself up for an eagle on this hole.
Appears to have overcooked this one. This putt will move them to 3 under par. Well, that'll play, and that will take him to 3 under. Let's take a look at Justin Rose, shall we? So after that effort,
this is the current standings on the course. Looking at the scoreboard now, and this player is currently in top spot with Rickie Fowler in second. Second shot here on the 7th.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Starting to look really good.
Well, that was a beauty. That had eyes for the whole way.
And that will take him to 5 under. Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
He's got some work to do, but he's only 1 back from his rival.
And after that fine performance, this player now leads the tournament with Rickie Fowler in second.
Well, they'll be looking to use that momentum they generated on the last with an eagle. Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
This one's right of the green.
That's not the outcome they were after.
And what a rare miss today. They've been so good with their approach shots.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
Sitting at 5 under for the day. Currently in the lead.
Wow, that almost went in the hole.
Looking at the scoreboard now, and this player is currently in top spot with Rickie Fowler in second. Taking aim from about 180 yards here, currently leading by 2. Going with the 6-iron here. I'm pretty sure they had their sights set on hitting the green there.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Come on, ball. Don't deny him.
And here we are with their 4th.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. Putting for bogey. And down it goes for consecutive bogeys.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
We've reached the beginning of the back 9, the 10th.
Oh, that is crushed. How much did the win last week give them the confidence to perhaps pull it off again here and go back-to-back?
A massive win last week, looking to double up again this week. I gotta say, they're building off all the good things they did last week. A win could definitely happen.
Oh, come on, you're better than that. Henny, how bad is this lie?
This reminds me of my breakfast. Nice fried egg.
Well, this will be a big birdie here. Good putt to make.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
That's a good way to bounce back from the drop shot at the last hole.
And that will take him to 4 under. The 11th at Echo Park is a par 4 stretching at 430 from the back tees.
Just a slight bit uphill off the tee shot. Find a spot at that far bunker, Luke, that you want to aim at and go ahead and turn it loose. From there, second shot goes over a nice little meandering stream that wanders throughout the golf course to a green, clover-like in appearance, but I gotta say, this is really one of the coolest holes on the golf course. I love it.
That's some good golf right there. This putt right on 12 feet to the hole.
This for a birdie run.
Tracking. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Let's take a look at the leaderboard. Currently at -4 for the round. Let's head to the 12th hole. And choosing the 8-iron here. Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance.
And now over to Justin Rose.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Ooh, you like me and thought that had a chance? And now 4 under for the day. Well, the 13th hole here at Echo Park Golf Club is not as kind. A big hole at 504 from the tips.
Well, thankfully, it's slightly downhill off the tee, but yes, avoid those bunkers down the right-hand side, and of course, that meandering brook that is a feature of this golf course. Big hitters can actually take it over everything down that right-hand side, but that's for the brave few. Second shot, downhill slightly to a massive green. Just some big bunkers on the left-hand side, but plenty of bailout room over to the right.
That's a high-caliber shot.
Time to take a look at Justin Rose.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 15 feet from the cup. This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par.
I'm pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Nicely done. Second shot here on the 14th hole.
This is one of those great ball striking displays. Fairways and greens. A pleasure to watch. A birdie putt awaits.
This one's tracking.
Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays.
And that will take him to 6 under. Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole. This one looks to be bunker bound, Rich. Not good.
Playing now from the fairway bunker. And here we are with the 3rd shot. He's got a 2-stroke buffer.
Ooh, that almost went down. Well, a lovely opportunity to save par here.
He's currently sitting in first place.
3 holes remaining, Luke. This is getting awfully fun.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Nice shot that. That should find the surface.
The perfect wind swing. Nice and easy.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Oh, what a round this is. 7 birdies today. And that will take him to 7 under. So after that effort, let's have a look at the contenders and the pretenders. Our current leader is up by 3 shots.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order. That's heading for the fairway. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
That drive was simply astonishing.
Wow, what a shot. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Not a bad line, this.
Leading by 4 strokes after that one.
And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead.
Awesome stuff.
Second shot here on the 18th hole. Uh-oh, this one's heading to the hazard.
Playing their 4th shot.
Ooh, wouldn't it be nice to chip this in and win the tournament? Ooh, wouldn't that have been nice? It's all come down to this. A putt for the title. Nice stroke. Well, Rich, they say winning becomes a habit, and this player's certainly making a habit of it.
A sensational victory this week here, Luke. This player was on top of their game all week long. What a week it was.
And Rich, what a performance. They've got back-to-back wins. What a force they're proving to be out here on tour.
Luke, winning once on the PGA Tour is difficult enough to win back-to-back weeks. That's reserved for just the top players in the game, like me back in 2002.
And that second win was a major, if you don't mind.
I gotta say, Luke,
Yeah.
check Wikipedia. I'm awesome.
Doesn't that sum it up?
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in. Look forward to your company next time.